Having the right to die. That sounds like a familiar term. Suicide. Legalized suicide. Patients across multiple states now have access to physician assisted suicide. California, the Golden State. Recently, in 2016, it has passed its End of Life Option Act. And in its first year that the act was signed in, more than 500 patients have taken their lives through physician assisted suicide. Let me repeat that. That's more than 500 deaths that could have been prevented had this act not been passed. Today, I'm here to persuade you that physician assisted suicide should be banned in the United States. We will look into the problem, the causes, and then I will offer you with a unique solution. Let's jump into the problem. So the first problem is that physician assisted suicide is unwise and goes against human morals. According to Washington Times on July 11th, 2022, doctors say that physician assisted suicide violates the sanctity of human life. It's true. Doctors are meant to save lives, not end them. By agreeing with physician assisted suicide, they go against everything that they stand for, even if the patients are terminally ill. The second problem is that this will soon cascade into legalized suicide for broader minorities. According to USA Today on June 6, 2018, in Europe, patients with any serious illnesses can request physician-assisted suicide for almost any reason. What does this mean? Is that this is just step one for us. Soon the United States will be able to grant physician-assisted suicide to patients that are not even terminally ill, that just have an illness. We've looked into the problems, now let's look into the causes. First cause is that physician-assisted suicide does not provide many obstacles for the patient. The patient, according to Los Angeles Times, July 7, 2017, one of 50 patients talked to a physician about considering it. One in 6 talked to their own families about it. Only 1 in 6 out of 640. It's uncommon in these scenarios that a patient will ask a physician for help on whether they should or not, or their families. Yet a person with suicidal tendencies will be placed on suicide watch, will need to seek professional help, will have the support of their families to keep on living. That doesn't really seem fair for terminally ill patients to not even be required to do any of that. The second cause is that states support physician-assisted suicide because it is just cheaper for them to do that. It means less healthcare costs. According to BBC News on October 21st, 2015, the government doesn't want to see more drugs that it'll have to pay for down the road, life-saving drugs, because they don't want to pay for, they will be ridiculously expensive. States always choose the cheaper option. They always have and they always will. A patient being alive and expensive drugs required to keep them alive isn't the cheapest option. Now that we have addressed the problem and cause, the problems and the causes, let me provide you with a unique solution. Talk to your local lawmakers Email your senator, email your congressman, and email your governor. Let them know the position you stand on when it comes to physician assisted suicide. Let them know. So hopefully next time you will see the value of human life. Tell both your doctors and tell patients that they should consider all factors, including human life, the value of one, how important one is, even in the face of impossible odds. You never know. It is up to us to incite change in the government, in our laws. The government will not act to. It is cheaper for them not to. It is up to the people to incite the change for this. Thank you.